Hello. Thank you for your interest in the Commonwealth Research Commercialization Fund, or CRCF. My name is Jennifer Hiltwine, a member of the CRCF team at the Center for Innovative Technology, and today I wanted to take a few minutes to walk you through the application process for the FY2014 Spring Solicitation. There are a couple upcoming key dates to keep in mind for this solicitation. Applications are due Friday, February the 21st at 5 p.m., and award announcements are planned for early June. All submissions must be done online, and hard copies will not be accepted. LOIs were required for anyone seeking funding during this solicitation and were due by Friday, January the 31st. CIT has made all materials for this solicitation available online. This includes program-specific guidelines, proposal and budget narrative templates, FAQs, sample applications, and a second pre-recorded webinar on completing the budget and budget narrative. The application is an online process, and applications, again, must be submitted no later than 5 p.m. on Friday, February the 21st. Late applications will not be accepted. The application consists of 4 or 5 parts depending on the program. At a minimum, all applications include the questionnaire, proposal, budget narrative, and appendix. Additionally, as you'll see on the next slide, applicants to the SBIR or STTR Matching Funds Program are required to provide evidence of their federal award, and applicants to the Facilities Enhancement Loan Program are asked to provide additional financial information. All uploaded materials should be in final form with no track changes or comments. The proposal and appendix, as well as the SBIR or STTR award and financial information, should be submitted as a single PDF document. The budget narrative must be in Excel format. Certain components do have page limits, so we suggest you consult the program-specific guidelines for these details, as well as expected content for each section. All templates are program-specific. There is no template for the appendix, evidence of SBIR or STTR award, or financial information. The next few slides show a sample application. The red asterisk next to certain fields denote these as required. I'd like to draw your attention to the Principal Investigator section. If the authorized representative and the principal investigator are the same person, you can indicate this by selecting Yes at the first question, and you will not have to fill in the remaining fields in this section. A reminder, however, that the authorized representative is the individual authorized to execute legal documents on behalf of the applicant or organization. In the case of universities, this should not be the principal investigator. Applications and requirements will vary slightly by program. The sample you've just seen is for the Matching Funds Program. Consult program guidelines for specifics regarding the program you're submitting under. Please look at the checklist section displayed here at the end of the application. We have included this as a final reminder of all required documents to be uploaded with the application. Once an application has been submitted, modifications by the applicant are not possible. If your application is not ready to be submitted, you may select the Save Only option and come back and complete and/or submit at a later time. A reminder that applications must be submitted to be considered for funding and must be submitted by 5 p.m. on Friday, February 21st. The slide here shows a snapshot of the proposal template, this one for the commercialization program. As I've been noting, templates do vary by program. Those familiar with CRCF during previous solicitations will notice the template has changed slightly in FY 2014. Though required sections and content have stayed the same, consult program-specific guidelines for details about these required elements, the template format has been modified. Where you see prompts for "click here to enter text," please click in that space and either type or paste content. Page limits for each section and the proposal as a whole can be found within the guidelines, FAQs, and are mentioned in the template itself. Please be mindful of these limits. A page break has been included between the technical discussion and strategic plan, and for certain programs, also between the strategic plan and commercialization plan. It's okay for these sections to start on a clean and separate page of the template. In this table, you'll see the 6 programs offered during this solicitation, the required proposal sections, and specific comments. For instance, a financial table is a required element for the commercialization and SBIR and STTR matching funds programs. These tables are brief and ask for things such as the date of incorporation, revenue per year since incorporation, and whether the organization is cash flow positive. Additionally, though importantly, while a separate commercialization plan is not required for all programs, CRCF places emphasis on the commercialization element for all programs, and this should be highlighted and addressed in all proposals. The CRCF team is constantly asked what makes a good and strong proposal. The tips included herein are not a guarantee to a CRCF award, but are meant to aid applicants in building a successful proposal. First and foremost, applicants should consult program guidelines for the specific criteria to include in their proposal. This is clearly spelled out in all guidelines and included discussions of project objectives, the plan of work, and a timeline with milestones. Discuss how you will accomplish objectives, activities, methodology, outcomes, and impact. Anticipated technical and economic outcomes for the Commonwealth should be addressed. Include an evaluation plan and sustainability. CRCF's funds likely won't complete the project, so what other funding will be pursued? Discuss the technology or services market and potential for commercialization and the project team. When preparing the proposal, use the templates for the correct program you're applying under for this most current solicitation. Write clearly and make it easy for reviewers to understand the project objectives and why the work is important and needed. Last, though not least, focus discussions on the CRCF project, not background information, or, in the case of the SBIR, STTR matching funds programs, not the SBIR or STTR project work. The CRCF proposal should focus on what will be done with CRCF funds. Once submitted, each application goes through a 4-step review process, beginning with CIT, who will review each submission for compliance with the guidelines. Then, applications progress to subject matter experts who will review and rank submissions. Applications then go to the Research and Technology Investment Advisory Committee, or the RTAC, a 10-member body established in legislation to review and make award recommendations. Those projects that the RTAC recommend for funding are sent to CIT's Board of Directors, who will make final award decisions. Awards will be announced for this solicitation in early June. CRCF is one of many programs managed by CIT. If you have questions or are interested in our other services, please let us know and we can put you in touch with the appropriate people. For more information, visit www.cit.org. If you still have questions regarding CRCF and the FY2014 spring solicitation, other resources are available. Please visit the link here for another pre-recorded webinar, a set of FAQs, sample applications, and other materials. Questions can always be directed to crcf@cit.org, and a member of the CRCF team will be happy to assist you. We look forward to receiving and reviewing your applications. Thank you.